Hey gang, it is a very chilly morning today. This is probably going to be one of the last motovlogs of the season, because we are in October, practically November, and we're still riding. Now, up in New England, that is rare. Not unheard of, but rare. You know, if we were driving down and riding down in Texas or Florida or any of the southern states, California, Southern California, we'd still be riding all year long. But yeah, 41 degrees is kind of my over-under. Above 40, I'll still ride, as long as it's not a long ride. It's just a commute to work or something. But yeah, it gets below that, and you know, just things aren't right. You know, there's frost on the roads. Just too many dangerous, wacky things can happen. So, 40 degrees is my over/under. You know, it's first season doing this. We didn't get a lot of hits, a lot of new stuff. Tried to vary a little bit with some other content, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And you might not agree with it, might not agree with some of the content that I put up, but it is what I do. It is what I do, and one of the earlier videos I mentioned that, you know, I'm not doing this for money because YouTube doesn't pay squat anymore anyway, so not doing this for money, just doing it so my family kind of keeps updated to what I have going on, because we're scattered literally globally, so it kind of helps them see what's going on with the rest of the fam. And you know, hopefully there's some content that other people enjoy. So kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. And if you didn't enjoy, I'm not going to apologize that you didn't enjoy. Just not your thing. That's okay. But yeah, like I said, it is probably going to be one of the last motovlogs. I might do some other stuff. I've actually got a couple of videos in the can, and waiting for the appropriate moment to get those out. So we'll get those out when I can, when it's appropriate. My visor's fogging up, probably because it is 44 degrees. It's not that cold. For me, 44 degrees is not that cold. I'm a big boy, both in age and in girth. So, got my own personal installation going on, but, and, you know, decent gloves. Decent, actually really good gloves. These Tourmasters are fantastic. I forget what they're called. Cold-Tex. Yeah, Tourmaster Cold-Tex. Nothing gets through this. I'll go to my son's high school football games. The parents are all bundled up. I would go on my motorcycle, and how every football parent knows, some games could be a little bit far away, kind of like, why are we this far away from town? But that's the way the divisions work here in Rhode Island. So, sometimes you have to go a little far away. But there'll always be nice rides involved, especially if they were Saturday morning games. For some reason, a lot of Southern Rhode Island football teams play their games Saturday morning versus Friday nights. Friday nights, if it was a Friday night, I wouldn't take the bike. But if it was a Saturday morning game, yeah, I'd take the bike. Be a little cold. Get my cold gear on. This bike and the previous bike had heaters. So I'd be fine. Like right now, the heaters are on. Both the seat warmer and the grips. But yeah, I don't mind the cold so much. But there is a limit. There is a limit, and it's more safety than anything else, really. I mean, you wake up and it's 32 degrees out. You know there's going to be frost on the roads. And you see so many videos of, guys going for nice, enjoyable rides on a dry road. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like a brand new Indian goes down. And then the guy looks back on the video and he sees like this one strip of melted water coming down off a hill onto the road, and it just looks like water, and you're thinking, alright, I'm almost 40 degrees, I'm fine. And it really just is black ice. And I've had some experience with black ice. I've had too much experience with black ice, both in my car and other cars. It's something inherent to the Northeast here. Yeah, there's a bike here, but you can go. Something inherent here to the Northeast, because we're always at that weird 32, 35 degree temperature, and roads don't heat up as quickly as if they're in the shade. So we have to deal with it. It's part of being a New Englander. Part of being a New Englander, so we deal with it. And sometimes we deal with it not so well. Like if this curve right here had black ice, man, I'd be like over that railing. It wouldn't be good. Would not be good. It was one time, but long time ago. I was probably still a teenager, maybe 20 years old. Which wasn't that long ago. I had a patch of black ice, my car spun. Got control of it the first time. Then going back up the hill, hit another patch of black ice. Car spun the opposite direction. Couldn't avoid it. Ended up teetering on top of a stone wall, like one of those ancient stone walls that, from the 1700s. Car was teetering on top of that. Nobody was hurt, luckily, because I was going slow too. And then the cop does, I had to call the cops and tow truck and whatnot. Cop shows up and he did the same exact thing. The same exact thing, except he was even slower. Spun one way, controlled it, spun the other way, managed to control the second part, and then he gets out of his patrol car and asks me, "So, what happened?" I don't know. A little black ice, a little slippery out there. He goes, "Yeah, huh?" So we joked about it a little bit, and I ended up getting the tow truck. Managed to drive the car home, even though the header of the car, yes, the car had a header. Managed to drive the car home. There was no structural damage, like integral structural. It was cosmetic damage, of course. Had to change out the fender. This is when I was still working with cars and liked working with cars. Now I'm too freaking old to climb underneath the car. So I changed out the header. Actually, I got a half a header and I spliced two together on a 1980 Monte Carlo, Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Love that car. Love that car. It was a 354 barrel. The carburetor alone was 3 different parts. It was like part of the throttle body was from one thing. The upper was from something else. The linkage was from something else. I don't know. I had that thing put together. I don't know, to where it worked. Got shit for mileage, but it was cool. I thought it was a cool car. You know, bucket seats, Monte Carlo, 2-door, 19, 20 years old. Had stupid pinstriping, like Guido kind of pinstriping, because that was the style back then. Wish I had a picture of that car. The one car I still miss out of all the cars I've ever bought is I miss that car. And every once in a while I go on Craigslist and try to find one, and it's just not the same. And the bumpers on those stupid cars are garbage because they have this plastic piece. It's like 4 plastic pieces that were metallized plastic, and you can't get those repaired. It was a poor design. It was a poor engineering feat and a poor design feature. But yeah, 350 4-barrel, 4-bolt main, shift kit in the transmission, dual exhausts all the way back. Took out the catalytic converter, so it might have not been legal, but nobody was really paying attention in those days. That came out of a Monte Carlo SS, where they had stainless steel exhausts all the way back. The suspension was reinforced. Those the sway bars were the thicker sway bars from a Monte Carlo SS, the newer model. Luckily, the frame was the same, so got that switched out. Got a posi rear end in it. God, I miss that car. I miss it and I don't, because that car was a time suck. Oh my God, I was working on it every freaking free moment that I had. So it was keeping down 2 jobs. Keeping down 2 jobs to you know, help pay for the house. Honking at me. Help pay for the house, and yeah, I miss that car. But anyway, back to my original point. It's probably going to be the last Motovlog for the season. Probably catch you on some other vlogs. So for the motorcycle, as always, salute to the troops. Let's try to recycle, reuse, so we can save our planet, please. And peace out.